All right, we're filming this horizontal just because I don't know where I'm posting this on, but we can always crop it. The reason why I'm recording this is because I realize that the best content is only when it genuinely comes from the heart and it genuinely connects with people. And obviously that's a really fucking hard thing to do when you're on camera making videos to put on the internet for a reason, right? It's like everyone's got some reason that they're in it for. Everyone's got some deeper motive. So it's like, why the hell would you trust anyone online? It's like there's really no incentive for being genuine. At least that's not what we think up front. But I think a lot of times what we forget is like the stuff that connects with us the most, the stuff that really makes us feel the most. Frankly, the stuff that makes you the most money in any context is the stuff that connects with people the most, right? Because it's like, and I'm not going to hammer on this too much because there's a deeper point I want to have here. But the stuff that like connects with people the most is what's going to sell you the most, because you're literally doing the whole process of cold outreach to turning that client's objections into a sale by connecting with them on a deeper level, which is basically the entire sales process, because you are basically saying to them, hey, I'm going through the same thing as you. I've went through the same thing as you. I understand what you're going through, whatever it is, and I get you. I get you. And then all of a sudden, if it perfectly connects to the client or the person watching the video or whatever it is, and you have the right thing for them to buy, then boom, sold. Like, skip the whole damn sales process. Like, right? Like, we're always talking about in lead generation and marketing how people need to be warmed up and they need to be texted 10 times, and we need to follow up email them, and we need to remind them to show up to the meeting because they don't actually give a shit about our product, and then they need to be sold in for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 calls in a row. We need to have an appointment setter who's trained for 10 years to deal with any objection that they have. And it's like, it makes me question. Obviously, all those things are good, but it makes me question maybe what we're selling just isn't good enough. Maybe we just don't believe it in it enough. Maybe that's because it's not good enough. Maybe our belief isn't there. Maybe it's just the belief, but it's most likely because it's not good enough, and the belief isn't there because of that too. Or it comes, in a package deal. And in that sort of sense, this made me question, how much do I believe in my own social media marketing skills? And it kind of made me question what the core of this all is. And I kind of just want to give a little backstory on who I am, because I don't think I've ever done that. A backstory on why I'm doing social media marketing. And I think this is something I want to incorporate continually into my core audience, because I'm still discovering this every single day. I'm still discovering not why I'm doing this, but how I'm going to do it every single day, because I'm just putting the pieces together, as are any of you, as a business owner, as just a human being who wants to learn about social media and, self-improvement, making an income for yourself. Hell, I don't know how I'm going to promote this medium of social media and all that, because there are other aspects of me. That's the difficult thing about this, is I love going to the gym and self-improvement and doing cold approaches, talking to girls. These are all things I'm confident about. Making content is a part of that, and social media is my business model and my vehicle that encompasses all those passions. So obviously I have to figure out a way how to take those other mini aspects of myself and put it into some kind of social media product, which is my agency. But I'm realizing, unless I can figure out the most true way to do that myself, there's no point in me selling that back to you guys, right? There's no point in me making content about how you should buy my thing to learn how to make content, unless I am literally the best person in the world at doing that, right? Like, unless you completely resonate with this right now, you should not listen to me at all. You should not listen to me at all, because that is like, if this doesn't hit you home and it doesn't make you feel like I want to buy this guy's thing or I believe in him, then I am failing at my job. And dislike this video, and please leave a comment, not for engagement, but to remind me, Ethan, you need to do better, because that's what I will do. That is my only goal right now, is to get better at this. So now I'm going to transition into explaining why. And I'm still realizing this myself, but I think the initial reason I got into a lot of this is it's actually deeper than me just having some sort of passion for YouTube or wanting to be a YouTuber and all that. But I will start with that. I will say, yeah, first day I had the standard, oh, I want to get into YouTube, all that, because it inspired me, because I see all this cool stuff out there. But it's a little different. It's a little different than that because I actually am crazy addicted to social media and online media, and I love movies and I love music and I love social media too, and I watch and listen to all of it to the point that I'm burnt out and I hate it and it's just not interesting anymore. And not having any music playing or not watching a video all the time, it's like weird. It's like I'm in a silent room right now, just holding my camera, and that's weird. Like I don't know if I have ADHD. I don't know if I have some sort of, mental diagnosis of whatever, but it's like I don't care. It's like I am who I am and I need to figure out how to leverage that to my advantage. And I'm not going to go on a tangent there. But my point is, I started out as someone very, very addicted to social media. Not in the sense of, oh, I'm addicted to just finding out what the best way to become Mr. Beast is. I did get passionate about that at some point. But it started off with me literally coming home every day. I remember I would just come home every day from school, get on YouTube, click whatever was interesting to me. And I'm sure you guys all relate to this. And then I would just watch videos until mom came home and I rushed over to do homework as soon as I heard the garage open. I'm like, oh shoot, I gotta go do homework now. And I would repeat the cycle every single day as an impressionable 12, 13, 14-year-old all the way up till now. And, it wasn't until the last few years when, we'll call it self-improvement. That's what I used to think it was. And now I just realized it's called growing up, being a man, being a fucking adult. But I started learning how to control it. I started learning how to use screen time tactics. I started learning how to do all kinds of stuff. I'm not sure how I'm going to incorporate that into this channel, but I think that it was an eye-opener for me because at first I thought, okay, now I'm in self-improvement. Now I'm in deep. Now I'm going to make videos about self-improvement. In a sense, at first I started taking that quote addiction to YouTube and all that, thinking I want to be the standard YouTuber now and still be stuck watching YouTube videos all day because that means I get to do the same thing, but even more as a profession, which I don't think is healthy. I'm not saying all YouTubers do that. I'm just saying I don't think my life is around YouTube because I did that for a while. My life was around YouTube. My life was around social media. And then I realized I had a bigger vision. And that's what I really want to talk to you guys about today. Is I have a bigger vision. I don't fully know what it is. I'll be honest. I'm still figuring it out. But I think social media is such a new thing. And frankly, the thing I'm trying to develop in my mind right now, it's so much bigger than anything that's been done before. I'm not really afraid. I'm not afraid that you guys are going to look at me and be like, oh my God, this guy's 19 and he's trying to take over the world with social media. It's like, dog, there's like Mr. Beast who's done it before. So like, I'm not afraid that like I'm going to be compared to someone who has so much more experience. It's like Mr. Jimmy's like, what, 4 or 5 years older than me? Fuck, imagine what I could do in 5 years, like I'm like, dude, sky's the limit. But again, tangents. I don't know where I was at, but like, hold up, let me try to remember. So I was talking about I've got a bigger vision for this, right? What's that bigger vision, Ethan? What's that bigger vision? Well, I think for me, it starts with where we're at right now, because that's what I have. That's what I have to work with. And what I have right now is that I love the process of production. I love everything about it. That's what I started off with, right? That's what I started telling you. I am addicted as hell to the idea of movies, of content, of books, of songs, art, all of it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it to the point where I'm addicted and burnt out and I can't get enough of it. So I realized the only way for me to get enough of it and fulfill my life and actually do something with it is to make some myself. And turns out the process and the high of trying to achieve and actually make something of your own to your own standards, which ironically your standards get so high from watching so much content, it's so much bigger of a high than watching YouTube videos all day, than watching a great movie over and over and over again for the 6th time, because I could only watch Inception so many times. It's like, I'm just that kind of addictive personality. And I think so many people look at that as the wrong way. But it's like if you are that addictive personality person, and maybe it's in your own industry, maybe it's, you know, you're just a gym owner, for example. I always go back to this because that's just what I started with. Um, you're a gym owner and you're just addicted to the gym, but you also maybe just have that addictive personality in general, where it's like, okay, first I started with this because I was addicted to the gym, so I made a gym. Now I also realize I like social media and I have that addictive personality. So that actually is an advantage for you. You might not realize that yet, but take advantage of it. Take advantage of the fact that you can really get stuck in on something. You don't have to watch a million social media videos. You just have to really care. You just have to really acknowledge the fact that you can get so addicted to the process of growth. It's the same thing. You just like you grew that business, just like you grew your brand or your business and you made employees and you just got some revenue going, like whatever it is you've done, you've set up a brick and mortar store, you've set up an LLC and you've sold a few products. You did it. Get addicted to that process. That's what I want to help people do. Um, yeah, I'll be honest. I had to take a pause there because I'll be honest, like I don't fully know how this all fits together yet. I really don't. I've got some bigger visions for some companies I want to start up later when I have more experience and money, um, and just skills. But like even as far as the next steps for what I'm doing right now around this agency, aside from trying to sell you as a viewer into my program, because I genuinely think it would, not my program, but to work with my agency, and maybe we'll call it a program, but it's basically, a monthly service to help you build your personal brand and your company's brand to the next level, unlike anything else out there. I'm still figuring it out. And I think in that sense, you can hear me ideating through it right now. I'm still between the idea of running an agency and actually helping people to build their brands, because I want to help people build brands. That's my real big vision for it, is building brands and having a network of people that can do that and having a system where it's easily repeatable. I want to figure that out and just be able to scale that. So that's probably the next step for me. But like, I just want you guys to know that deep down in my heart is with this content creation shit, because I don't know, I've just been kind of addicted to it since I was little. Found that the only real way for me to get on top of that was to become a better man and take it into my own hands. Take that content and don't just consume it, but turn it into creation. Create something rather than just consume all the time. And that's the best way to live. Take advantage of your weakness. Constantly scan your life for weaknesses and turn that into an advantage. Turn that into a skill set. And that's what I've done. And that's what I continue to do. And that's what I'm starting to get addicted to doing. You can take that addiction of weakness into an addiction of strength. And that's what I do. And now I'm doing it in every aspect of business now too, I think. I'm working on it. I'm still working on it. Like, I'm building this agency out one step at a time. But I just think if I can nail down this personal brand, like, it's game over after that. Because it's like, that means I figured it out. Because I'm going to document the hell out of how I build this personal brand. I think I got so nervous when I stopped making my tech channel videos at first, and I keep thinking back how, oh my god, sometimes I wish I could just go back to the good old days, but it also just wasn't wasn't as good as what I think it is sometimes too, like, I quit for a reason. I quit because I didn't have the skills that I have now. I didn't have the vision that I have now. I wasn't who I needed to be to get to where I want to be, It's like I wanted to be a YouTuber at the time, and that's it, but that didn't include a vision for the woman of my dreams, the family of my dreams, the life of my dreams, the car of my dreams, the impact of my dreams. Like, things that literally keep me up at night, every single night, just because I'm not satisfied. So I want you guys to know that it's like, I genuinely don't give a shit if you see this video or not, firstly. Like, if you're watching this, thank you, but like, I mean, if you're lucky, you guys are blessed enough yourselves if you see this get posted. Like, I record videos like this, maybe, okay, I'm gonna start recording them more often, but like, I recorded a video like this yesterday, and I'm just gonna try to record this shit every day. So maybe I'll just start posting these every day. But either way, I don't care if you see it. I really don't. My point is, this conversation is normal. And I'm just going to keep having it until I win. And I'm going to keep having it until you win. I don't know how it's going to happen yet. Right now, it's me running an agency as a service to help take care of your social media and grow your business. One day, maybe it'll be me literally turning business owners and building them personal brands. Making a program for them to take over the world by building their own personal brand based off a blueprint that I made. Sorry, it's 1 a.m. I really can't articulate my words, but it's an off night for me. I don't care. So, yeah. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I got a big vision, and all I know is I've got creativity and creation in my heart. Somewhere along the lines of social media right now, just scaling something bigger, something along those lines, and building this personal brand is the next key step, because it's going to be me understanding the blueprint. This is the blueprint right now. Yeah, I don't know. I think this just really helps me understand who I am. So thank you, and goodbye.